stream went down because for some reason I couldn't connect to Twitch. But everything else was working fine, like Final Fantasy 14 and Discord and everything. But looks like it's working now. And I didn't have a chance to eat before raid, so now I get... now this VOD is going to be a gross eating stream for me while I do Twitch. Or, tea. Yeah. Hopefully my mic's not too sensitive and isn't picking up every part of that, or that's gonna be fucking gross. Guys, the best class for Eureka is obviously Blue Mage. Guys, health is overrated. As long as you have more than one, you're fine. It's $50 for a hand job, but how much for his voice? You guys ready to clear Living Liquid tonight? What glamour? See, I have the problem in that I don't think any glamour looks good on Lalafels because I don't like how Lalafels look. So I can't, like, judge Lalafell glamours. Yeah, clearly the best Lalafell glamour is the Vath ones because then you can look like you're just a Vath. Alright, who wasn't ready? Alright, you ready now? Count what's going on. Alright, let's do this. What do you mean you just glam the Hall of the Novice set? Ah. So the Hall of the Novice set actually looks pretty decent, so... Like, I'm jealous Hall of the Novice didn't exist when I started playing. Well, you get... If you do all of the Hall of the Novice, you get a ring that increases XP gain when below level 30. So Hall of the Novice is 100% worth doing if you're still leveling classes. Yeah. But I know... Again, try to make it a nice tight stack. There's Sasha and Astral dead again. Countdown's going out. Yeah. Apologies if you guys can hear me eating, by the way. If you can, just let me know and I'll mute my mic. I'm eating mabu tofu and rice. Yeah, man. The Chinese place down the street is fucking amazing and they know me. Yeah, it's a spicy mabu tofu and I get chicken added to it as well. Yeah, it's fucking great. Dude, if you... Well, if you're ever in Ashburn, go to Cafe Opera. Their mapu tofu's the bomb. Yeah, and then we... The problem is when you swing by for movie night, we're getting German. Because the German place is like the best restaurant anywhere near me. Well, I'm still... Basically, I'm trying to say after COVID, because my parents both are like big risk people, you know? Like, they're both old, and both of them had types of cancer, so like... I don't want to do stuff until after COVID's away. I have the benefit in that when my mental health gets fucky, my solution for it is isolation, so... Like, if I ever just fall off the grid, typically it's because I'm going through shit and I just need to be left alone. I'm the opposite. Being around people makes me tired. I feel them. What did they die to? Oh, the tornado clip. Okay. Countdown's going out. Yeah, he meant to say he's pulling an astral, not a K9. Yep. Third. Well, variants and the healers are probably over-healing you more than they normally do. So I imagine if the healers literally weren't DPSing at all, healing this wouldn't be that bad. But that would... But obviously, DPSing healers is good. So you weren't dead for a while. That's what I want them to fix next, is make it so heals and tank invulns actually go off when you click them and not whenever the fucking animation's done. Countdown's going out. I don't mind everything having an animation. I just get mad when animations can't be cancelled, and because that makes weaving impossible. And when the ability goes off at the end of the animation instead of the beginning of the animation. Dead. Yeah, there are a ton of abilities that can be animation canceled. Like, that's one of the big things with Gunbreaker is animation canceling shit. Because Gunbreaker has to do an obsessive amount of double weaving, which means some abilities actually have animations that are easily cancelable and some don't. So you actually need to use some before the other for some of your double weaves in order to get the double weave to go off cleanly. Based off of what can be animation canceled and what can't be. Honestly, that's like the big thing for every double weaving class, is figuring out which animations are easier to animation cancel and doing that first in the weave. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dragoon's an amazing example, because if you want to double weave on Dragoon, you can, but you can't animation cancel a jump. It's more relevant at low levels when jump has such a fucking long animation. Oh, Sasha's dead. No response from the healers for Sasha. I don't think the healers are going to complain about using Clemency. I'm just surprised Sasha did that without it being demanded of him. It's a DPS loss. Yeah, it's an amazing skill. Yeah. Nope. I got overlapped by Kanan and Evie's Jagged Dolls and exploded immediately. Countdown's going out. Yeah, he's doing it during his requisite window. Yeah, you can slide cast to Clemency, but he's doing it during requisite window, so he doesn't need to. Doesn't it actually increase the healing from Clemency too if you do it in Requisite? Oh. Countdown spin out. We just need to get to the final phase so I can listen to the OST, guys. I still am of the opinion that the OST of the final phase of this fight is one of the best in this entire game. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, how could you not? It's a fucking banger, man. Well, that doesn't dismiss their opinion of music just because they're cable guys. Bryce is dead. Bryce is dead. That's the way. Yeah. Pretty solid healing by Melissa there. It's really hard to solo heal this fight if you're not prepared for it. Like, obviously this fight can be solo healed, but these people have, like, full-on strats and shit for it, you know what I mean? Cat that's going out. Yeah, well. I mean, again, those people, like, were, you know, not just that, but despite them not being particularly good people, they were some of the best players at their classes in this entire game. Like, wasn't Robin, after that other guy was caught cheating, literally, like, the best Dragoon in the world? Yeah, Rai was the best Astro in the world. He's cheating FF logs. Yeah. He was posting, like, fucked logs. And he was caught. So, our Dragoon was better than him, and our Dragoon was convinced of it a long time, but the other guy had the FF logs to say otherwise until it was proven his logs were edited. So chi strats and solo strats healers are a lot easier when you're playing with people that are, again, like the #1 people in the world at their class. Like, of course Rai wanted to solo heal everything. He's the best fucking Astro in the world. But now he plays ninja, so... yeah. I think they made Astro too mainstream for him. He only liked Astro because it was like the same as all the other classes, but harder. Somebody's cone is fucked. Pull him up north a little bit. Kaden died. Alright, come on, Sasha, get in. That's not gonna get in fast enough. Yeah. As soon as the hand lights up, you gotta get in. But it didn't matter since Kaden was dead there anyways, so. Countdown's going out. You gotta turn on the colorblind settings and make it so it lights up a different color. It used to go from, like, medium blue to light blue. Now it goes from medium blue to neon pink. I can tell it's fucking glowing now. That'd actually probably be pretty annoying though, because living liquid also changes colors a bit throughout the fight, but they don't really indicate anything. I believe in you. Nice tight stack, everybody. Oh, Bryce is dead. Bryce. New north. Yeah, this isn't light. Countdown's going out.
No escape.
Oh, Rice is here. I mean, it must have been a cone, right? Because that was the only thing going out there. Either that or he stepped in the bottom. Is Risa speaking in chat, or is Risa speaking something? I can't hear Risa's voice at all. Oh, now I hear her. Why couldn't I hear her before? No, legitimately, Discord didn't play back her voice out. Like, I haven't seen her thing light up the entire day. Was she talking last night too? Rice, I swear I don't have you muted or anything. Astral with the cell. He needs to go get fast food. Okay. Well, during the break he can do that then. Phyllis, are you ready? No, he said he needs to go buy fast food. That's what he's trying to say. Jonathan's going out. Ah. I mean, that's not an issue. I mean, running and getting fucking fast food or something doesn't really take that long. Depending on how far Astral lives from it. Next we know, he lives 3 hours from the closest fast food joint. Does your brother live in the boonies still? How old is your brother? So is he a senior in high school? Oh. Is he going to college? Well, I mean, a lot of colleges, you can always not specify your major the first year and just do electives. You could look into interactive game and media design. Oh shit, he should totally come to Virginia. Then I can hang out with your brother. Guys, I'm streaming. We have the VODs. We can see how low he actually got. Alright, perfect. You want to see me get down to 1 real quick? Alright, we can keep pulling. You can check the Twitch VODs when Astral's getting fast food. I think they used to, but Twitch and YouTube are competitors now since YouTube introduced their own streaming service. It's the reason a lot of Twitch partners need special permission from Twitch to actually stream on YouTube. Basically, Twitch and YouTube hate each other now. Who's the other competitor for them? What? You can stream on Facebook? Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been on Facebook in like 7 years, and I've been happier for it. It's funny. That's because their main user base is fucking conservatives who like reading a bunch of fake bullshit that's not supported. Well, Facebook legitimately is a misinformation machine. Like, there's full scientific studies on its spreading of misinformation to the Facebook. Yeah, they actually push right-wing mirror. Yeah, and they're going to that... What is that competitor site called? Parler, yeah. I heard a bunch of Facebook conservatives were jumping ship to Parler. Yeah, I'm not on either of those, so... My closest connection to social media is Reddit, and nobody knows my fucking Reddit account, because I like too much weird shit on there. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Reddit is like 60% porn. Well, I'm just talking about broad strokes, the amount of content. I'm mostly on there just right now to watch the Cyberpunk 2077 hype. Nah, it's not gonna get delayed again. At this point, it legitimately isn't worth it for their company. Like, they'd be taking a financial hit if, like, in making the game if they delayed it again. Oh. That looked like doll overlap. Well, I have to move before the bubbles, and that's about the time I normally move. Okay, that's gone. Oh. Unfortunately for us tanks, these bubbles just force movement out of us. We can't not. Oh, the other good thing about Reddit is seeing new TV shows and movies that are coming out. That's the only reason I figured out that Animaniacs, which new season came out today. Yeah, man. Nice. Oh, that was a doll death. Sasha, I feel like you should stop coming to tank. Every time you come to tank, you're like, I need to get off of this as fast as possible. It's like, I feel like you need to stop getting on tank, because you don't want to be on it. Wow. Yeah, counting on canceling. I mean, well then there's the problem if they release Necromancer. I'm jumping ship on this shit. Dude, I could co-tank with Risa and have an actual consistent co-tank? What? Yeah, well, the only healer Sasha can do is Astro, so... Oh god. So this is all discussion for next tier and not for T, right? Alright, cuz... I'm debating on going Dark Knight next tier. Problem is, Gunblade's so much fun. I mean, honestly, you could have any tank you want, I don't care. If we don't have a warrior, I know I'll probably just default to warrior, because I love warrior for Prog. But if we don't have a warrior, I'd probably go like Gunbreaker or Dark Knight. I hate Paladins so much. Paladins... Dude, I've gotten so good at off-tanking E5S and Gunbreaker, though. No, it's the worst fucking tank to off-tank, because Gunbreaker's burst windows line up perfectly for when the ad's spawning. So you have to do your burst windows during ad. What is Hassel saying? DP? Oh. Yeah, I was like, is he asking for a DP? I mean... Who else is flying to California with me? You mean the cable is coming out? A display port. No, I have no idea what you're saying. Yells like that, I don't experience that. So you're saying if you lock your computer, it disconnects your other monitor? That is accurate. If you turn a monitor off, it is no longer connected. That seems like expected behavior. Stop turning off your monitor. Yeah, I was like, that sounds similar to mine. I also have a similar setup, and I don't have that issue. What brand is your newer monitor that keeps disconnecting? Asus? 'Cause I don't know, I'm trying to Google it, and I don't see people having this issue. I feel like, I mean, that's when you personally turn off your monitor, though, right? Like, why do you turn off your monitor? So it sounds like your monitor's got other issues, too, then. So I never turn mine off, ever. I think your monitor might just be fucked. Seems like there's an NVIDIA solution for this. If you look on that link that sent before, somebody talks about how there's a solution for NVIDIA cards so you can set it up in a certain NVIDIA way to get around that. But basically it's like a Windows issue from what I see here. But there's a workaround that you can use using NVIDIA's control panel and how it detects monitors and everything. Alright, countdown's going out. No. Oh. God, I don't turn off my monitors, so... I mean, if you sleep your monitor, it shouldn't happen. So can you just sleep your monitor and then unsleep it? Would that fix the issue? Because basically the issue is, again, the monitor, when you turn it off, it sends back a signal saying, hey, I'm off, and Windows goes, yep, you're no longer connected, disconnect. So, like... The NVIDIA workaround is basically updating how it detects your monitors and tells which one's which and everything and displays to them. So that way, when your monitor does quote-unquote reconnect, it handles stuff better for you. No? Count those. No. Display ports are still better. Like, new NVIDIA graphics cards only come with one HDMI port instead of the standard 2 from previous lines because they are HDMI port, but I mean, they're expecting you to use display ports a lot more. Although, if you really want to jerry-rig it, you can use a DisplayPort to HDMI adapter and have your monitor connect through an HDMI back to a DisplayPort on your PC. Yeah, no, I have to do that solution for one of my monitors, but it's the monitor I don't do shit on that just, like, sits on the side for YouTube videos and stuff, so I don't care. Exactly. It's funny, I have a gaming monitor and then a non-gaming monitor, and I don't game on the gaming monitor. I have a Samsung curved monitor that's way older than my gaming monitor that I strictly prefer. Next time, whenever I have money for stuff, I'm thinking about buying like a nice, like 4K Samsung curved monitor. Sasha's dead. So is Astro. But why would you want to see your mouse? Oh, I'm gonna click so hard in this jiggly fucker. Countdown's going on. I mean, this game's basically cookie clicker, right? If we click on him enough, we win. Remember, every time you right-click the boss, you auto-attack, so if you mash right-click, you'll do more damage. Quickly binds auto-attack to mouse wheel, unlocks mouse wheel. I fucking love when games are stupid about making you, like, rapidly click things and people just straight up bind the clicking to their mouse wheel. There's actually a lot of games that the speed runs of them require clips that people realize that you just bind the movement of your character to your mouse wheel and then fucking spin it as fast as you can. You'll clip through rolls and shit. It's great. As it turns out, most games are jank as fuck, man. Well, I have to wait for the tank buster. Well, this is gonna be a wipe, so. I'm really looking forward to the Cyberpunk 2077 speedruns. I want to see how much, like, wall clipping and shit there is. Countdown's going. Yeah, I imagine they're gonna do, like, tons of cutscene skips, and it's gonna be a lot about routing. And God knows that there's gonna be at least a few really stupid, like, wall clipping-esque glitches that they're gonna get away with. I mean, you can't. Oh yeah, with the job simulator speedruns that were in VR. Oh, I didn't see the VR Alex one. Okay. Dude, high stakes video games, am I right? I haven't seen any yet, but I still want to see a Ring Fit speedrun. Well, that game has a story mode. And obviously you're supposed to actually run because it's an... Well, not yet, Tank Busters. Alright, now in a sec. Obviously you're actually supposed to run because it's a fitness game. So I just want to see some, like, ripped-ass motherfucker speedrunning Ring Fit. Unfortunately, GDQ was cancelled this year, or at least it was done remotely. Yeah, I saw YouTube clips, but it was more like, you know... Sunday sequence break dead. We did. Oh, we're getting there. The second protein. Alright, count's going out. Don't forget to pop more food if you need to. I don't have the attention span for podcasts outside of Bill Burr's podcast. I used to listen to a lot of, like, YouTube videos and different stuff like Bill Burr's podcast at work, but now I work remotely, so I just watch full-on movies and stuff instead. Alright, my dogs are freaking out, sorry about that. After this pull, I'm gonna need a minute to see what the fuck's going on with them. I mean, in my neighborhood, probably not. Both my dogs are black, so I swear to God if they're racist. Dude, my neighbor's dog is racist, though. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. No, it doesn't like black people. And that's because the owners get uncomfortable around black people, and the dogs picked that up. So now the dog is racist because it noticed its owners would always get uncomfortable around black people. Yeah. Yep. It's one of the easiest ways to tell if somebody's a racist motherfucker. If their dog is racist, then that means they get uncomfortable around people of a certain race, and the dogs pick that up. So, my dogs aren't racist because my family isn't racist. Oh yeah, my dogs hate white people. The passion. Oh, Sasha's dead. That's gonna be a life. Alright, give me 1 second to go figure out what's up with my dogs. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. It was just my brother pulling in. Nah, he's pulling his car in. His dogs were freaking out. No, well, they can't see the driveway. They just bark every time they hear the garage open. I just didn't realize my brother would be getting home at this time. I thought he was getting home later. He said he was closing tonight, so I thought that meant later than like 9 p.m. He works at a Target. I don't think it's fancy enough to deserve that title. Well, it is fancier than Walmart, so maybe it is Target. Problem is Walmart's got better prices than Target. Yeah. I don't have a Walmart like anywhere near me, so I don't go to Walmart anyways. You know what's the best? Fucking Lidl. Do you guys have a Lidl anywhere near you? It's a German grocery store that started moving to the States. A new one got built near where I live, and it's fucking amazing. So if you ever see a Lidl... Aldi is okay, but Lidl is way better than Aldi. I'm talking like fresh pretzel bread, like 4 of them for like $1. Like, Lidl's amazing. I have 100% faith. Ah. Hopefully someone without a cast bar. Because, like, rescuing a tank or melee wouldn't really matter that much, but if it's canceling someone's cast, would be annoying. Alright, Sasha, come on. Yeah. Problem is I have to go that far, or else we won't get the open palm. So. Yeah. And remember, everybody, since we're getting close to the enrage marker, after what happens there is me and Sasha are going to group up. We're going to move out of the way of the bubbles, and then me and him are each going to get a tank buster, and then we've got to kill it. And the hand, you only have to get to 5%. Once the hand's at 5, if you're on the hand, just switch over and kill the boss. Because we don't actually need to kill the hand, we just need to keep the hand and boss within 5% and then just kill the boss. So once it gets to 5%, basically everybody but Sasha. Sasha can stay on the hand just in case. But everybody should switch over to the boss. And then we can start learning limit cut. Oof. Good luck. Oh, well, Doll died anyways. Alright, countdown's going out. That does what? Well, the countdown makes a large bing when you start one. Alright, I have countdown macros still for my Heavensward Day. I can use one of those if people prefer. Alright, Alright, it's like I can use my old macros. So after this poll, give me a second to dig one of those up. And we'll see if the people who are on invoice realize what's happening. Because I popped my fucking 50-second poll macro from the olden days. LMAO, I need my war opener. This is gonna be a big feed. Yep, we're dead. Alright, now give a second. So 30-second pull macro. So all right. So and I can tell which ones are my pull macros and what aren't because my pull macros have a bread icon. Alright, so I'm going to do my pull macro now. Everybody ready? Just do ready, check. Is that better? Or? I mean, this one will bing a lot more. Should add a what? Oh. Oh, there's actually a macro command to start an actual countdown. Alright. I'll add that after this pull though. I literally... I literally... What's up? Is Requisite. Oh, cheapy stat, ballistic stuff. So it's slash CD30 then? Does anybody have any other times that they want specified in this thing? Other than, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 15, and 30. Alright, I'll put a 12 in there. Well, I already have 15. 10's just a useful number. So I have 30 in there, I have 15 in there. Then I have 12, 10, 7, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I have the CD30 now as well. Alright, so let's just do that again. So, as I check my time. There we go. Whatever keeps people informed, I'm fine using. lots of sound effects. Oh. Is that a doll death, I assume? Alright, let's keep bowling. Like 10 minutes, we can take a break. I also like the 15-second marker in countdowns, don't actually have those. Basically, I just feel like if you do a long enough countdown timer, it should have more than the start of the countdown in the last 5 seconds. Because that's definitely part of the reason people do this thing. Alright, let's keep bowling. Well, the only problem with pull macros by macro is they're harder to cancel. Oh, that's just good. Oh, that one's going out. See, since I have the 15-second count warning, it's easier to eat food in between pulls. Yep. Y'all need to be nice to each other. Just suck each other's guys' dicks real quick and, you know, apologize. Well, I wouldn't recommend popping food right now, because... yeah. And during this break might be a little bit long, because Astro has to run and get fast food for his cousins. Siblings? Was it siblings? Alright, well, he's getting fast food for somebody who can't drive. How old is Astral? I still had like 12,000 HP left. Being alive is a good thing. I don't have clemency. I have equilibrium, and I'm basically using that on cooldown. I always use equilibrium like right after the second tank buster, and then at some point in like the next protein or something I use it. Yeah, main tanking this fight is basically just always being on cooldown. Because there's so many fucking tank busters. Alright, this is probably going to be the last pull before we take a break. So let's clear. What? Yeah, So probably like 15-20 minutes, depending on how far Astral is from the closest fast food joint. Although he's in California, so you could totally go to In-N-Out Burger. That place is awesome. Dude, it's the best fast food joint. Way better than McDonald's. McDonald's and In-N-Out aren't even playing in the same league. I don't know anybody get triggered by that. My trigger warnings are In-N-Out and McDonald's being mentioned in the same sentence. Well, you need Astral to be in here. He's the Californian. Who knows? Maybe that would trigger him. Yeah, it's about to be like, there's a lot of people who actually prefer spam over real pork. Just speak for yourself. Come on, Sasha, get in here. Nice. Right now, rotate to avoid the bubble over here. No. No. Yeah, we gotta do it before the fucking slaps. So, like, right after the hands get in, we basically need to rotate, like, along the side. And then those slaps go out, and then right after those slaps, Sasha is a tank buster, so me and you need to kind of split up. That also means if anybody's between... Alright, we'll take our break for Astral now. But if anybody is between the bosses and the wall, after those slaps, you're gonna get tank bustered. Well, the bubbles hit the boss. The boss was in the middle of slaps, so he got hit by the bubble. Because didn't rotate him fast enough. While we're taking intermission, I'm going to hit the restroom and see how my dogs are doing. I'll be right back. I'm back. This is gonna be a really fun part about the VOD, where I just went AFK and just walked off my stream for 15 minutes. My brother's still... he's very passionate about Tasha's, so I'm learning basically everything in the Tasha's book just from him telling me everything. Yeah, some of the new subclasses sound really interesting. Like, you could... it's Tasha's Cauldron. It's a new D&D book. It contains, like, a bunch of, it's not like a campaign book. It contains a bunch of new, like, classes and mechanics and stuff. Like the medical monk who punches you to make you feel good. Or they also have a astrologian druid that turns into like a starman or something. And they have a apparently steampunk sorcerer, I guess. Yeah. They also have a wild magic barbarian. Yeah, so they got lots of interesting stuff. I'll probably check out the sorcerer, because that sounds interesting. And, I'm debating on picking up the original Cyberpunk tabletop book, but, like, the thing is, I know I probably wouldn't even run it, though. That's why I only run homebrew stuff, so then people can't be like, but your lore's wrong. I can just be like, no, it's homebrew, it's fine. This is my lore. With the exception of Ravnica. Well, I had to be really strict on it because Kyle and Mackie, who were both in that, were like also Ravnica fanboys, so they would have held me to it if my lore was fucked. Yeah. But to be fair, the nice thing about them too is they both I could take a bit of creative differences because neither of them were old enough Magic players for old Ravnica. They're new Ravnica players. So they had done research on old Ravnica, but I still had the Knowledge King on that, and our campaign was taking place during the old Guild Pact. Which, if that campaign came to fruition, but it kind of just, other stuff became more relevant. Then what was going to happen is once the party became Highness level, that's when Lazov was going to trigger his plan that causes the breaking of the Guild Pact. Which, you were Demir, right? Weren't you Demir? Yeah, so you're going to be involved in Lazov because he's the Demir guild leader, basically dissolving the Guild Pact so he could try to take power. Or not. No, that wasn't... That was the guy before Lazov. Lazov came after. I can't remember his fucking name. But the Demir Guild lead, basically when they wrote the Guild Pact, he purposely put a loophole in it. So that way he could shatter it at will. Yeah. I mean, the election, Biden won the election. Like, it's not up for debate at this point. All of Trump's lawsuits are being thrown out. Yeah, basically. I mean, you know, well, yeah, of course it won't. I mean, first off, electors have no reason to go rogue because electors are literally representatives of, like, basically the party that they have to go vote for. So, like, they're not going to go rogue. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's happened, like, twice in all of U.S. history. But, apparently one of the large reasons, though, that Trump is pushing the narrative that Biden's stealing the election is because his Trump fund for campaign defense that a bunch of his donors or a bunch of his followers are donating to. Apparently 0% of that actually goes to the election defense. Apparently 50% of it goes straight to the RNC, and the other 50% goes to paying off his campaign debts. So it makes sense that he's literally just trying to push the election was stolen narrative because they're just paying off his debts for him. Although I feel like it should be a law that any president who falsely claims they won the election that they didn't should just be locked in prison. Like, if he claimed the election was still up in the air, then that's more feasible. But it's the fact that even, like, election night, he was just straight up claiming victory. Yeah. I mean, he claims victory all the time. He's still telling people he won. And that's just, it's an unhealthy narrative. It is fun watching Fox News fall apart, though, because now their viewing base views them as no longer promoting their interests. Because Fox News has at least some amount of standards, apparently. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the Fox News at this point has realized that they need to get off that ship as quick as it can, because as soon as Trump's removed from office and everything, that shit's gonna come crashing down. I hear Trump's thinking about starting his own news network, right? Which, considering how much votes he got, I mean, in theory, if a lot of people that voted for him, even a fifth of the people that voted for him, watch his network, that's a shit ton of money. Yeah, no. As a moral human being, I think it would be disgusting for him to do that just to spread more misinformation to the American people. But as a capitalist, that's a genius idea. Well, the problem with the system is that American education is so fucking terrible that people believe Trump is more respectable than the entirety of science. It's kind of like you all saw that fucking Trump tweet that was like, if Biden wins, he'll listen to the scientists, right? Sasha, people are posting basic bitch stuff and you're not sharing it with the class. Ugh, it's so tacky. Those are just boring, though. I mean, Dude. Hey, Blackstone owns that company. Blackstone bought, I think it was 23andMe. Which I work for Blackstone. Dude, people who buy boring shoes are boring. Do basic bitches still smoke cigarettes? Dude, that killer robot project I worked on in college was with 2 Slavs. Those guys were great. One of them's still in the States, the other's back in the Russian military. Dude, Russians are hella fun, man. Also, they fucking hate Putin. Or at least the 2 that I knew. Huh. Yeah, there's a reason that one of them wanted to stay in the States and never go back to Russia. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he did, like, permanently move here. I'm debating if I want to make more rice while we wait. Alright. Because I have a rice cooker right behind me, so. I wouldn't say it's good, but it works. Yeah, I had my boss encouraging me to make rice and drink whiskey during one of my meetings today, so that's fun. He saw I had a rice cooker and whiskey behind me. He's like, yeah, go for it. It's like, alright, if you say so. I'm not gonna stop myself. We're just on a Zoom call that's probably being recorded, but yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, I'd be fucking wasted. Like, I'd die. Like, that's not a winnable drinking game. I mean, the amount of users that when they have an issue that I just tell them to turn it off and on again and it starts working again is too high. Oh, you're catching up with the basic bitch discussion. Those are the type of thing my sister would wear. And yes, my sister is in fact basic. My sister's a white, blonde-haired cheerleader at a college, so yeah, she's as basic as it gets. No, because me and my brother made fun of her too much for that. Yeah, again, she started talking like that once, and then me and my brother started just messing with her and just mocking it back at her all the time, and again, the inflection always ends as if they're asking a question. So me and my brother would just start making up fucking answers to the questions. It's just like, it's not a question. It's like, it sounded like one. So eventually she fixed that. Which is not anymore. When COVID struck, I moved back to Virginia. Because I was given you're allowed to work remotely, and bailed. Dude, New York's expensive as fuck, man. It wouldn't work. Brooklynites have a very aggressive, dominating accent. Valley Girl accents are very passive and confused. The accents don't work together. God, it'd be like as if a gangster with fucking Alzheimer's was trying to give you the business. Like, it would be a nightmare. Yeah. I mean, that's something that I used to fuck with people in college about, was because I went to school in Massachusetts. And coming from Virginia, people don't realize that Virginia is basically the North. So I'd throw on as thick of a Southern accent and Southern attitude as I could to see how much people would believe me being that way. Like, I want to see how long it'd take them to figure out that I was literally just making fun of, like, the stereotypical Southerner. And Massachusetts people never called me on it. They were more than happy to believe I was some fucking stupid redneck that somehow was in the same school as them. It was great. In other words, people in Massachusetts are fucking elitist when it comes to the South. The biggest thing I miss about being in New York, though, is my office had free beer, so... Oh, yeah. Now I have to pay for my own beer if I want to get drunk during meetings. Welcome back. How was it? I don't know. I like to ask people that and see what they would go with. Nice. I purposely, if my company ever makes me get up really early for a morning meeting, show up like I just rolled the fuck out of bed. It's just let them know that I'm groggy. Like, I show up in the Zoom call, still in my pajamas with fucking bed hair and shit. It's like, yeah, I just woke up, so let's do this. Make sure their expectations are low. Astro lives pretty far away from fast food. Yeah, there's a McDonald's like a minute away from where I live. So. Rick Scott is the fucking insane dude, right? Yeah, Floridians are fucking crazy, no offense. Oh, he's back. Is everybody's gear repaired? Hooray, we can go do tea now. We can have a tea party. Every time I'm just looking through my macros, whenever I see that one, I have to use it. I love it too much. I still have my stream on. I just left my stream on the entire time I was AFK. Because the problem is, since I'm downloading the VODs and just cramming them onto like YouTube so that I have them forever, if I turn off my stream, it splits them, and then I have to like re-edit them back together. Do you want to see my BRB screen? Hold up. Let me... I don't have the scene set up, so give me a second. I have this scene, which is just me. Which looks fucking because my webcam isn't that good. Actually, Sasha, hold up. Really quick, while we have a moment, look at my stream real quick. So, for my mouse, right? So you can see my hand, right? Do you want to see how much it takes my cursor to move across the screen? So, you see my cursor on my screen, right? This is how little I move my mouse. Yeah, and I'm a clicker and I play like that. With my 10,000 DPI. It's funny, I was trying to set up my new mouse and I'm like, oh, what's my sensitivity of my current one? I can't figure it out. So I just kept cranking it up and I'm like, oh man, it still feels slow. And I got like 10,000 and it's like, oh, that feels about right. Yeah, if you're looking at my stream, you probably want to mute it. And I'm so used to having fucking Sun and Sui around that my stream isn't set up to, like, listen to the party. Yeah, Risa, it's really not normal. Yeah, most mice, the max setting they come with, like, factory set is, like, 3200. But Risa, I appreciate it, because the big DPI means you don't have to move your mouse as much. And it also means whenever anybody tries to use my computer, when they use my mouse, it's so fucking hard for them to click on anything. Because, as Sasha, you saw, it takes less than an inch to move my mouse across the entire screen. Dude, 800 is so slow, though. Jesus. Like, your arm must be working. Well, I only move my wrist. Like, as Sasha saw. Oh, it's terrible for sure. Yeah, the current mouse I have goes up to 20,000 DPI, but I stopped at 10,000. I can play at 20 if you guys want, I mean... Me and Risa. Risa has hers at 9K apparently, so she's up there with me. You probably also noticed that my mouse doesn't have any fucking ability buttons on it. And again, I'm a clicker. Oh, does Risa play on a controller? Right. Dude, even when I played fucking Overwatch, though, I still played on 10K DPI, basically. Hey man, people say low DPI is better for shooters, but I was diamond in Overwatch and I play on 10K DPI. For shooters? Yeah, you can get more precise aiming, because to the degree of which if you're moving to someone's head in like a shooter to flick quickly, if you're doing it with low DPI, it means you move to like a certain spot basically on your mouse pad and you have a few inches and you can, it's not as tight. Well, for me to do the same thing, it's like I have to move 2 centimeters, and if I move any more than that, I completely overshoot. If I move any less than that, I completely undershoot it. Yeah. You don't just use your wrist, you use your full. Yeah. It's also part of the reason a lot of people who play a lot of shooters also have mice that you can quickly adjust the DPI on them. So that way if you do need to spin around quickly, you can quickly increase DPI spin and then lower it for aiming. Yeah, I used to have the same mouse as Sasha, but I got a new one recently because my old one was getting worn down. So now I do not have that same mouse. I'm using a new like Razer wireless one. It's pretty good so far. Yeah. Did you realize, Sasha? Nah, he doesn't. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's also part of the reason that I'm able to have Discord not play through my stream, is because I only play back game audio while chat audio is split separately. It's like I also have it set up that I can listen to whatever music I want and not play that music back across the stream, so I can listen to copyrighted stuff myself while just having game audio go to my stream. Which I'm not actually using that for this fight, because this fight's a banger soundtrack, but yeah, other stuff, you know. Oh, I've seen that subreddit. Have you seen the subreddit Dragons Fucking Cars? It's exactly what you think it is. Pull macros out. Yes, the subreddit Dragons Fucking Cars is in fact Dragons Fucking Cars. If you can imagine, it's probably there. It's up there as one of my favorite random troll subreddits, like fucking giraffes aren't real and birds aren't real. Have you visited Giraffes Aren't Real? It's also very good. Similar to Birds Aren't Real, but with giraffes instead. I mean, avian flu was just made up so people would stay away from the birds so they wouldn't notice their drones while the government was replacing the batteries. I still think my most believable conspiracy theory that like might actually be true is that Russians started the anti-vaxxer movement in the United States to weaken Americans. That's the only conspiracy theory that I heard, and I'm like, holy shit, that might actually be true. Well, the stuff the CIA does isn't conspiracy theory, it's just true. Yeah, like the CIA heart attack gun everybody's been talking about on Reddit for the last, like, 3 days. Dude, have you seen the full, like, history of all the coups United States have attempted across the world throughout its history? It's crazy. It's like every president has tried it at least, like, once. Oh, I didn't use the macro, so just fair warning, people. The poll is out. I just did a normal countdown, my bad. Why does Vel have what? Dude, Samsung curved monitors are the best. Present. Sasha. Alright, I'll rotate. Damn it, did that too slow again. Bubble's gonna kill us. Oh, well, Slaps just killed us anyways. God, what's going on? Yeah, so I just need to pull all the way up to that wall, and Sasha just has to get in quickly. Oh, god damn it, I did the fucking ult countdown again. Just heads up, the countdown's out. 15 seconds. This is dead. Yeah, probably not. That is a question for how much faith you have in Alyssa. Well. Alright, countdown's going out. I actually remember to use the pull macro this time. Do you think I'd still just use every time? Because a pull macro, since it's on one of my hotbars, is so much easier than going to the menu and doing countdown, you know? Although, now that I know that you can literally just type into chat /CD and then a time, that's actually really nice. I didn't realize that was the thing. Well, we didn't make it very far. We didn't make it very long. I mean, part of the problem is if Ryza dies, and they're not going to have mana, and they're going to have weakness. Like, there's extra problems that come out of that than just surviving the mechanic. Honestly, I was just waiting for the slaps to kill me. It's not nearly enough. Move, you fat fuck. I was debating on joining a second Prog group just to get more hours in here, but their times conflicted with ours. Say after 4.5 Prog. Don't get me wrong when I say this, but provided everybody's still around and down to clown. Especially this expansion, I don't have a good history of people sticking around through Prog. Alright, come on, buddy. And rotate. No. Well, like, I think you need to get in, then just run. Because we need to stack in, and the bubbles are snapshotting us somewhere. Wait, I'm trying to think. If I rotate and you just come to the rotate spot, since the bubbles are spawning earlier, that should work then, right? So I'm going to go north, bubbles are going to spawn, I'm going to rotate. Damn, I have to go that far because then the bubbles are going to come at a weird angle. Yeah. Well, I think that's what you're supposed to do according to, I think how I used to do it, is basically you go north, the hand gets in real quick, and then before the boss starts slapping and before the hand locks itself down for the next mechanic, like, you and the other tank already need to have rotated, and then the hand and boss will follow. Do I have a SteelSeries Actus 7? It's a headset? Maybe? It's SteelSeries, I don't... And SteelSeries Actus, I don't know if it's 7. How do I tell? Oh. But speaking of that, I accidentally unplugged it. I was planning on it, why? I don't. I have whatever Actus thing comes with, like the game deck and whatever. I can look at the box like after we get out of raid. But I don't actually use the mic on this thing. I have a bigger mic. At some point I need to get an actual mic stand so I don't have to continue playing this game one-handed. how else am I gonna hold the mic in front of my face? Instead of fixing that, though, they're going to give us more limited jobs. Yeah, we're going to get Beastmaster and Chemist, and they're both going to be limited jobs. It's going to be great. Getting to use them in content, that doesn't sound like a limited job to me. Sosh and Astral dead. Can you imagine if they actually made one of the ultimate fights only available to limited jobs and then added 2 new limited jobs? That would make me mad. No, I mean, if they added Beastmaster as a tank limited job, they add Chemist as a healer limited job, and then they have Blue Mage as a DPS limited job, and then they make an ultimate fight that you can only play limited jobs on. You'd be okay with running 2 Beastmasters, 2 Chemists, 4 Blue Mage comp T. Or not just T, but whatever ultimate. Well, they don't have to add more limited jobs. I just don't want them to waste their time on that. Well, they don't have to. No, Yoshi P is the one who wanted to make the limited job. He is the man behind it. So, somebody... Yoshi P is probably holding the gun to his developers' heads, I guess. As he's like, yes, yes, make more shit content for my MMO. Make more limited jobs. Quick, quick. There shouldn't be strictly solo content. Yeah. Rice is dead. What was Rice dying to there? This is just a wipe. Keep bowling. Oh. Yeah, it's funny, I was actually a bit confused there, because my wrath gauge went from 40 to 0, and I'm like, why did that happen? And I noticed, it's like, oh, my health went to 0 as well. That's why. Like, for a minute, I was real confused. I'm like, what? How did I just lose my wrath? Yeah, 2 feeds, a tank buster, and auto will in fact kill me. Yeah, the hitbox really needs to overlap in order to guarantee the feed. You might get tank bustered. It's tons of fun, right? Hey, I'm proud of you. I had 100% faith as I was hovering my mouse over the equilibrium button. I was waiting. Oh. Doll death. Yeah, kind of annoying. There's a reason when a doll dies, everybody looks at the samurai. It might not always be Astral's fault, but Astral is the most likely candidate just because fucking samurai. Did he try other classes in here? No, we're talking about Astral. That's why we all need properly wrinkled brains. It's unfortunate. Oh, GBSF. Let's keep going. Ooh, you got this. Is that the Nidhogg sword, Sasha? Yeah, those are the Nidhogg ones. Oh, you can? It's pretty funny. Square Enix doesn't exactly respect the market board market. Yeah, there was in fact a doesn't in that sentence. And it was in between respect and Square Enix, so... Rice is that again? Oh no. Why is Rice dying there every time? Let's keep bowling. We can delve more into the VODs after raid if we need to. It's like we only have 20 minutes left, so I don't really want to delve into VODs or anything right now. Y'all see how big of a fucking hit Square Enix tank took on the Avengers game, though? They lost a lot of fucking money. Oh yeah, 100%. That was a shameless cash grab and was designed to be anti-consumer. The Avengers. Hmm? Basically, they didn't try to market the game at all. They strictly relied on the fact that it was Avengers and they could sell it on the name Avengers. But then, since they didn't market it at all the bad news that came out of the game just dominated the news cycle when it came to the game. Well, for one, if you're playing on anything other than PlayStation, you can't play one of the characters. Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive, so that means people didn't want to buy the game on PC or Xbox or anything like that because then they can't play Spider-Man. And the game is the same price, just one less character. The game was a shameless cash grab from what I understand, with loot boxes, a terrible online system, janky and inconsistent combat, terrible servers. Yeah. All I know is all I had to hear was you can't play Spider-Man if you get it on anything other than PlayStation, and I just was like, well, I'm not going to play it on PlayStation, so I have no interest. Like, that's all I needed to hear. I'm not paying the same price for a game to get less content. Like, if it's aesthetic or something, like, some games have pre-order bonus per consoles, and it's like an outfit or something, screw it, who cares? But a full-on character? No fucking way. Well, my thought was, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait. Because if eventually they do add Spider-Man, maybe I'll look at the game again. And then I just heard the absolute shitfest the game was after the release, and no way am I going near it with a 10-foot pole. It really is a shame because it's such like a massive intellectual property that all they had to do was produce something mildly okay and they would have made a ton of money, but they got too greedy with it. Oh, why are people dead? Ah, yes. Be careful with your cleaves, everybody. Make sure to stack nice and tight. I mean, we haven't been hitting a rage yet, so people can kind of play around with stuff if they want to right now. And I feel like that's the entire reason you bring a samurai, so you can just stack a shit ton of support on them and they can do all the DPS. Because samurais don't bring any fucking utility at all. The eye isn't helping Astral at all. The eye is like increased crit, right? Well, again, it's increased crit, right? You don't know what eye does? Oh, does it? Well, then it does just, in theory, make sense to put it on Astral. Is that all it is a 5% damage increase? For some reason I thought it was more than that. Oh, fair. Hey, that's what Warrior does. Gotta love Warrior. 10 seconds of burst, 80 seconds of downtime. I do like that DPS card, though, I'm getting during my inner release. It's pretty nice. Oh, somebody killed the doll, it sounds like. Let's keep going. I mean, we'd probably have to do the math at some point, but it might actually be worth giving the card to a warrior during their inner release rather than a DPS. Because inner release is like a really high burst, even for tanks, or even among DPS. I'm gonna bypass Eevee. And it's fine. What did we die to there? To be fair, during a light speed, it's not that hard to double weave because... yeah. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. There's a reason I don't play Astro that much. I don't particularly like RNG. Which is actually kind of funny, because I actually do like Dancer. I don't play Lard, but... Or wait, well, Red Mage doesn't have any RNG to it. Yeah, I mean, I guess with getting your procs, but that's so little, especially with the new acceleration. Yeah, like it barely has RNG. No, she's enjoying a delicious bubble. The or the delicious bubble. And Bryce is dead again. Nice. Yeah, it is a wipe. Yeah, I mean, it looked like she has enough health, so I assume it's 2 Crones. Yeah, but I assume if Risa and Eevee are both running beeline straight to their sides, they shouldn't be experiencing that anymore. Well, we got 9 minutes, so let's keep polling. I'm gonna look at the VODs, especially on those polls, and see if we can see exactly what's happening. Which, again, I'm gonna upload my VOD to YouTube just so we have it forever, and because Twitch will mute this shit after. So if anybody else wants to look at it as well. Oh, and just dead to the tank buster. Yep, took 79k from the tank buster and just died. Well, he is a samurai with a dance partner. I have to hold it also a little before. That doll is getting beefed. That doll's more fed than a Master Yi in a wood tier game. I still think it's funny that they actually added a tier below bronze. Somebody told me that recently. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, I think it's like iron. The bronze League of Legends players were so bad that they added a tier below bronze. Yep. Yeah, those people are worse than Easy AI. At least Easy AI push the objectives. You'd hope. I do too. I used to play it a lot, and then I eventually came to the realization that after playing it, I was always just more annoyed than I was happy, so I stopped. Fair. I wish I did that. I wasted so much time playing that game. Yeah, League is crazy toxic. Yeah, but League, like, you can be doing amazing and carrying the shit out of your team and still get flamed the shit out of. Like, that's the best part about League, is it doesn't matter how good you're doing, you're still gonna get toxic shat all over you. Yeah, League, it's like 50% of ranked matches in my experience. Then again, to be honest, I also quit the game because my main was Shaco and they reworked it in a way that I didn't like. Alright, we got one more ball. We're almost there, guys. Got this. Believe in the heart of the cards. Countdown's out. Again, probably the last pull, so let's make it a good one. Quickly, everybody pop. Everybody pop food. If we make it to limit cut in this pull, I'll give everybody a 500,000 gil. Yeah, I'm for it. Dude, I'm rich, bitch. I don't care. Did you pull out early, Sasha? Because that is the open palm, not the fist. Alright, let's do one more pull. Yeah, it looked like you ran out early, and then I saw the open hand. It was like, yeah, your 500,000 gil is gone, everybody. Sasha got the open palm and ruined it. Nice. I mean, I'm not really strapped for money because, like, I have a bunch of alts and my alts have about the same amount of money as my main. So, like, honestly, if you just do duty roulettes on the required class, you make tons of money. Yeah. Like, I can make easily like 3 million gil, I think, a week just doing that. Especially if you're doing, like, your daily hunts as well. Honestly, there's a lot of ways to get money that people don't realize. Yeah, and you need to get your fucking bis. Oh, Sasha's dead. That's gonna be alright. Well, I want to get my ult through some of those fights, so I'd be down to just clear some of those at some point on my ult. Nah, Sasha probably does too. Well, I don't think you need anything from 3, Sasha, right? You just need the dungeon. I know you need accessories, so you need 1. Yeah, so you need accessories, so you're gonna need 1. And I think you might also need the gauntlets, which I think are from 2. I don't think you need anything from 3. I think you use dungeon gear for everything else. But you'll have to look that up. I don't actually know the Paladin Abyss off the top of my head. Alright, well, that was fun, everybody. I'm going to turn off my stream now and start downloading VODs so I can put it on YouTube and go through it more. Yep. Thanks, everybody. Alright, well, that was fun. I'm going to leave this party, and I'm going to turn off the stream for now. I don't know if Sasha's still in the stream or not, but probably tomorrow or the day after. I haven't played any Ghost of Tsushima yet, so I think I'm going to be playing through that, and I'll probably just turn on my stream and do that on stream when I do that, just for fun. And because that game looks really pretty, and I want to see if my capture card can handle it. Mainly because my capture card can handle Switch games, but it's not a great capture card. So, see how that goes. Because I definitely intend on streaming a lot of Monster Hunter Rises when that comes out, because I'm a huge Monster Hunter fanboy. I just haven't streamed any Monster Hunter World because I didn't have my streaming stuff when I was playing it a lot. So, and at some point I still have to go back and beat Fatalis. I haven't done that yet. But beyond that. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop this stream now. So, good night, everybody.